Hey, Justin, from a defensive standpoint, what kind of challenges do the Golden Knights bring for you?
They're really good on the rush, similar to Colorado. They're at the top of the league in rush chances for, and they're also good at defending the rush. So there are some similarities there, and we're gonna have to be sharp there and make sure we're taking care of the puck.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Kevin McGram, the Toronto Star. Go ahead, Kevin.
Justin, when you're on a long road trip like this, is there something about it that you really, really like? Is there one or two things that you really like about being on the road?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously, when we're on the road for a long time, especially everyone misses their families and things like that, but it's also an opportunity to get to know each other better as teammates and spend a little time with each other. I also know some of the guys with kids like to catch up on sleep on the road, which is relatable in some ways, but I think really just spending time with teammates is one of the most fun parts about being on a long roadie like this.
And what would be the least fun part?
I think, as I kind of touched on, just missing your family and, not seeing your wife or your dog or your kids or whatever it is, those are nice kind of resets when you go home and you get away from hockey for a little bit and enjoy the other things in life. So we don't really get that on the road, but you get to spend time with your teammates and you get to do a lot of other fun stuff. So.
All right. Thanks very much.
Next, we'll go to Mark Masters, TSN. Go ahead, Mark.
Justin, it's kind of been a strange stretch, obviously, with a few games, but where do you feel like you and Jake are right now as a pair?
Yeah, like you said, it's only been a couple of games since we've been back, but I feel like we've been pretty good. There's plays that you'd like to make differently in every game for sure. And I don't think I'm playing perfect hockey by any sense, but I think that, we're on the right track and we're tilting the ice in our favor most nights.
There was a play in that game in Colorado where you were falling down and you still found a way to get your stick on the puck with Landis passing it there. I'm just curious, what goes through your mind as that's unfolding? Yeah,
that's just kind of a reactionary play. And obviously I think, that sort of strategy that I used isn't a very good long-term idea, but it ended up working at the time. And, things happen during a game quickly and all of a sudden you're in crisis mode and you're just you do whatever you can. And it just ended up that I had my stick hooked around the puck and it kind of stayed there. So that ended up working out okay.
After that game, Jack, we know he's hard on himself. He said, if he plays up to his standards, you guys win every time. Knowing that he's hard on himself, knowing that you guys know that, at the same time, I'm wondering what kind of goes through your mind as a teammate when you hear, a goalie who's played very well for you guys say that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Soup, as we all know, like you said, he's hard on himself and it's usually not warranted in our opinion. So, I think all of us as players have high standards for ourselves and I understand the feelings for sure, but I would definitely not say that that's the case.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Terry Cochran with the Toronto Sun. Go ahead, Terry.
Hey, Justin. Just with the way COVID's gone through the team and everything and how it's hit other clubs, do you yourself personally feel a little bit lucky that you managed to avoid it to this point? Yeah, I think we got 4 or 5 players that haven't gotten it yet. So, it's one of those deals where you're pretty much powerless. If you're going to get it, you're going to get it. So, I don't know. I'm just cruising and we'll see what happens. Is there any, when you are tested, Justin, is there any trepidation for you that this could be the day? Yeah, I mean, I think I really don't think about it day to day, but you do think maybe long term, you're like, oh, I would hate to get it at a really bad time. You know what I mean? Yep. But again, it's one of those things where you're like, if you're going to get it, you're going to get it. And there's not a thing you can do about it. So we'll see what happens. Okay. Thanks, Justin. Yeah.